Several of my students came into school today fully believing that Iran had bombed America last night. They 100% came in fearful, thinking that we had been bombed.
Guess who just woke up from a nightmare about missiles flying overhead and people going, but this is America, this can't happen here. And I'm like, well, it's happening, so yup, let's deal with it.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. This video isn't about war. Thank you so much for being here. I was on the American side of TikTok and this is what I came across. So this video has been going viral on TikTok for a while now. So this is a newly recruited soldier in the army. And I hope you're salivating right now as I am, so you can see the food. So the reaction of Americans to this particular meal is what caught my attention. Like the video for recommendation, subscribe if you're new here. I bring to you a compilation of TikTok and Red Note videos for educational purposes. And this TikTok compilation, you're gonna like it. Check this over
The Army automatically takes out $450 a month out of my paycheck so I can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Here is what I got for the Army's birthday. Ta-da! Steak, Capri salad, asparagus underneath, garlic bread that I already been into, lobster, hush puppies, a baked potato under this, steak. That's pretty good. Capri salad. So good. Asparagus. Okay. Baked potato. Let's try a piece. Lobster. Oh, that's so good. Hush puppy. Garlic bread. This might be my favorite thing. Shrimp cocktail. Wow. They ate fruit salad. Mango's so good. You got watermelon. I don't know if you can see, there's an actual fruit salad. It's like nuts, blueberries, and like some kind of cream on it. Ooh, it's like cinnamony. Pecan pie. Oh my gosh. Not better than my mom's, but that's pretty good. White cake. This is the good frosting too. Chocolate cake. Ooh, she's soft. Oh my gosh, bro. That's so good. And you know I gotta get my Stanley, girl. Crisp. All right, girl. Time to get back to work. Woo! And by work, I mean an ice cream party that I already been into. Lobster, hush puppy.
Does she know that she has 30 minutes? Maybe 15 minutes. We're all in danger.
So it's going viral that the U.S. military has been giving their troops steak and lobster. And if you know a little bit about the military, you know when they get steak and lobster, it's about to be some shit. Matter of fact, look at this. They got that lobster and steak. Look at that shit.
And mind you, this is coming from someone that used to be in the military. So I know what it means when you get that steak and that lobster. Steak and that lobster, you look, what do most people ask sometimes when they on death row and they say, hey, what you want your last meal to be? Most people be like, steak and lobster. Steak and, hey, when you get the steak and lobster, when you're in the military, that's the last shit you ever want to see. You understand? That means we about to put your dumb ass in a situation that you might not come back from. You might not come back. So we gonna give you this chewy ass fucking lobster and this fucking rubbery ass fucking steak. And that's your last meal, nigga. That's your last meal, nigga. Good luck. You don't want that meal, bro. You don't want that meal. I promise you, that'll be the day I sign out. Look.
I wasn't in the military, but I'm going by what people in the military in my family have told me. Let's take a look at what it means. Take a look right here from Google. You are correct in that serving lobster and often steak, creating surf and turf to U.S. troops, especially during deployments, is a known morale booster. As I said in my previous video regarding the conflicts in the Middle East and all the bad stuff that's going on all over the place, I had a feeling that things were going to take a dark and twisted turn in the coming days. I am definitely hoping for all of the military that this meal was of and for appreciation for their service. I mean, the Army just celebrated its birthday. They helped out in the wars. They helped out with the protests. They helped out with the rallies. I'm hoping and praying that this is what that was for, and it has nothing to do with a conflict and their involvement. Pray for our troops, pray for our country, and pray for peace. That's all I have to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Hey, y'all. Well, I had to jump up in the middle of this steak and lobster thing just because I wanted to put my 2 cents in, because I've seen some videos from some content creators saying, oh, it's not a thing. Stop talking about it. Well, this veteran here is going to let you know that it is a thing. For the Navy, anyway, it's a morale booster. Before you're getting ready to get screwed in the middle of a deployment or getting ready to go on a deployment. And if you've been paying attention to anything that's going on, and if you know anything about what this administration is about, it's all been methodically planned. We knew this was happening. And surprise, we kind of knew it was going to be happening around the Army's birthday too. So yeah, let's throw a big steak and lobster dinner. So yeah, it's a thing. So maybe not say that, because guess what? We just entered the war in Iran, okay? But y'all enjoy your steak and lobster, and we'll enjoy watching how this unfolds. Y'all have a good day now, okay?
And ice cream socials. Don't forget, they got ice cream socials too. So like, you know what? And there's so many of them on TikTok that are like, look what the Army just fed me. And we're like, bro, this is for real, for real. And they're like, what are you talking about? Stop. This is not happening. You don't know it. It's just, yeah, bro, yes, we know what we're talking about. That's that. We got news for you. Meal. That is your last supper. That's what that is.
And another thing, you ever pick a fight back when you were a kid just because you knew you had a big brother or a big cousin that'll come help you out? You understand? A lot of people don't pick fights when they know they don't got nobody to come and help them. But when you know you got a big brother and a big cousin and a big sister that's gonna come help your dumb ass get up out of this fight, look, I promise y'all, if y'all let Israel get their ass whooped one good motherfucking time, man, let them get their ass. Look, Trump, I'm not fucking with you right now, you understand? But I think you need to let them get their ass whooped one good motherfucking time. Just let them stump a mud hole in Netanyahu's ass. But 2 seconds. I promise he'll stop this bullshit. I promise.
Yo, Putin may be our only hope. I'm not even fucking kidding. Putin may talk Trump out of this shit. Don't forget, Big Daddy Vladdy, he's the one who actually has control over Trump. Like, oh God, I'm rooting for Big Daddy Vladdy now. Daddy Vladdy, save us.
Unfortunately, this comment can be true. Sources are now saying that there are indications that the U.S. will begin launching strikes against Iran with Israel very soon. These strikes can have a ripple effect, so people are expecting U.S. assets in the area to begin to be targeted by whether it's the IRGC or other rebels. They are expecting the Houthi rebels, to begin launching attacks towards ships that are currently sitting in the Red Sea. Videos like this are easy to make. I'm in my car, I'm safe, but there are moms, dads, brothers, sisters, daughters out there that are putting themselves in harm's way. So whatever happens, let's just hope that everyone stays safe.
It's starting to make sense as to why we were seeing all those heavy drone presence over certain cities and states, major cities and states back in November, December, and January. Drones have a huge role in preventing a nuclear attack. They have early warning sign detection when it comes to drones. So it gives the United States an advantage. They strategically place them in cities and states, major cities that are more prone to a nuclear attack than other cities and states. And that's why we were seeing heavy presence of drone activity in places like Florida, especially New Jersey, Georgia, California, Texas. And it's because those are the primary cities and states. And there's other ones that are more prone to those attacks. And I also just seen a video of someone in the army, and he was also saying that we are about to go to war because they were eating steak and lobster. And everyone knows that when they are served steak and lobster in the mess hall, I believe it's called, then there's a fat chance that there's a possibility that they're prepping them to go to war. So this is all starting to come together. It's all starting to make so much sense now. And the fact that President Trump didn't even want to speak on the drone activity because he promised he was going to address it, and he never addressed it.
Several of my students came into school today fully believing that Iran had bombed America last night. They 100% came in fearful, thinking that we had been bombed. The comment sections on every video that I've seen regarding Iran have been so saturated by very specific messages. They're false messages. I've seen videos by people claiming to be Iranian who are not actually Iranian. The misinformation at this moment in time is so abundant, and that's why I'm not even really communicating about what is happening right now and only talking about things from a historical context, because that's the only truth that I can even really depend on right now. Western intelligence agencies have worked out to a science exactly what kind of message needs to be peddled to what kind of people to monger enough fear that they can push whatever agenda they want to. Even just within the context of Iran, we don't call it terrorism when Israel does it, but in Iran, Mossad has had terror cells of people in Iran learning about and immersing themselves in Iranian culture. Some of these people were actually turned from Iranian people into spies. And none of this is to say, yes, the regime is good. All of this is to say that, how do you expect the reaction to not be extreme? When you've infected a country from the inside out, you have influenced and affected culture in very specific, targeted ways to try and push your agenda. How do you expect the reaction to also not be as extreme? Yeah, I don't agree with any violation of human rights. I don't believe in any kind of oppression. But again, how do you expect the reaction not to be extreme when you are attempting to dismantle a country and a culture? And all to what end? As I notice the patterns in these posts and I look back and do some fact finding, I'm noticing that I think the agenda that Israel is pushing is to first topple the regime, to install a centralized bank system that's connected to Israel's, and to insert the family of Iran's Shah that was toppled in '79 during the revolution as the ruling monarchs. And I can get more into the history of what the Shah was about in another video, but this is the agenda, and there is so much misinformation pushing this agenda. This is something that I haven't yet been able to verify 100%, but it's something that I think I can believe. This is a practice that's been widespread from Russia, from all these other countries as well. So this is something that I believe that people are being paid to push this message, push the idea that Iranians should go back to the old king, push the idea that the regime should be ousted. I just if you're Iranian and you're watching this, I want you to know that everything they're promising will not come to fruition. This is yet another attempt to just steal away and decimate parts of our culture. But I also, if you're not Iranian and you're seeing videos from Iranians that seem to be in support of this war, in support of the bombing of Tehran, no actual Iranian supports the bombing of our land. Forget the regime, forget the government. Iranians really care about their land.
This clip has just mentioned something very important, which also explains the reason why I am personally resenting from posting videos about the Israeli-Iran conflict, because it's really hard to discern. It's really hard. But I'm glad that this is a reaction channel, so people speak their points of view, and from our interaction, we come to know the truth. We come to do our research, and also, yeah, you don't have to consume everything you see on this media, on this channel right here, because it has people with different opinion. So you can do more research on what you think you need clarification on, and also it also clears some kind of biasness that could be out there. So We are here to interact, to make a positive change, and I would enjoy more if people would just have a chance to enjoy their steak and lobster even when they aren't dying, when they aren't being sent to war. So I am pro peace, and we hope you find peace. We hope we find peace. If children are also able to see what is happening, then we really need to find peace, because that's the only thing that can help us here. Peace, peace, peace. The world needs peace, nothing much.